Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod with the 2021 car set. And we're here at the Bull Ring at Bristol Motor Speedway for the last race in round number 1, and we are mathematically good, so no worries there. We can take a few chances if necessary. And green flag is out behind Denny Hamlin. Brandon on the pole in that Mountain Dew Toyota. We're running the bottom. And this Bristol, no PJ1 up top. We can roll that bottom, and we need to be on the bottom to make up any ground as we get under Kevin Harvick as well. Following Joey Logano behind Alex Bowman, fighting back on the high side, and we might be able to catch a run here. Try to see if we can help Logano get pushed past Bowman. And Logano backs up the corner a bit, trying to get on the gas early. We're clear of Harvick on the outside. Let's look to the outside, see if we can catch a run. And if the car can pivot from the center off, we may be able to get down to the bottom and under Logano here. Just put in the nose. Joey gives us the room a little loose on the bottom. Luckily, touching that banking sort of set us straight. And right down to the bottom, and we should clear off the corner. Single file, and the quicker we can get single file, the faster we can go, and it's only a matter of time before lap cars start to come into view and the conveyor belt starts. Now, these 50 laps, no pit stops are planned. If a yellow were to come out, we would have to decide based on the cars around, but we are good on fuel, and if we're good on fuel, we would lose way too many laps pitting for tires, so not worth it. We'll have to stick these tires out as best we can and set sight on Eric Almirola running in 4th, Ryan Blaney in 2nd, Alex Bowman running in 5th. Looking in the mirror, the cars that are single file have broken away as Bristol tradition. Once you can get single file, you can really start to pick up the lap times, and if those lap cars are side by side in the back slowing each other up, it'll only be 5 to 10 laps and we will be on their rear bumper. See if we can chop into this lead that Eric Almirola has over us. Loose on exit there, not able to get the power down quite as effectively as we would like. And Alex Bowman keeping us honest back there, hovering right in the mirror, not giving us any breathing room. One mistake and Bowman will be there to pounce. And we may be catching Almirola just a bit, maybe a 10th or 2 per lap. Ryan Blaney holding station, Brandon holding out there as well. It was all about getting single file and clearing that traffic, and that is the interval that we all maintain now. Looking ahead, there is the lap cars, so the leaders may come back to us fairly quickly whenever these lap cars start running in our groove. We may have to take the outside line or catch them in an opportune place. If Joey Logano back there can get under Alex Bowman, then more power to him. We'll be able to gap him just a bit. Try to diamond the corner there, drive it in a little bit harder, get the car turned in the center, and then right back down to the bottom. Try to roller coaster this thing, and I believe it's working. We're catching Almirola just a little bit. Not getting too much of a draft pull by the time we have to get into the corner again. But if we can bottom feed and get a good launch off the corner, then we are all set. Brandon starts to make his way around the lap cars. That's Chase Briscoe in the 14, the first to go, and then Daniel Suarez right in front of Brandon. Looks like Brandon was cut off a little bit, maybe into Suarez just a little bit to move him out of the way, and set sight on the 77. And now that these guys are side by side, Blaney and Almirola is coming right to us. We need to be extremely careful here. Blaney makes the move under the 14. We'll have to follow them through the bottom. In the 77, slowing up the bottom lane. Blaney trying to move him out of the way. Have to be extremely careful here. If Blaney gets into his backside, we'll try to take advantage right on the bottom, blocking us in both lanes. We'll see if we can get down to the bottom groove. The 77 drifts up. I believe we're 3 wide, rolling that bottom. Yep, car's still to the outside, but we made it work, and we'll get under Suarez here and pin Almirola behind us with a little bit of an overdrive slider. And now we set in third, Blaney being held up by Alfredo in the 38. Brandon gapping, but the yellow flag is out, so we will trap a few cars a lap down. We'll come across the line in third and see what this caution's all about. So the wreck happened right behind us, and fortuitous that we were able to get past. Eric Almirola looks to the inside of Suarez, turns him down. Suarez hard into the wall, and Joey Logano gets damage as well. That's not going to be good for his championship hopes. Nearing halfway, myself and Brandon decided to stay out. The AI cars in front of us pitted, at least Blaney did, and we wanted to take the sure thing, try to stay in front of these guys and get the whole shot with clean track position as best we can. On the outside of the 77, pinch him down, and we are free and clear to run, and we need those lap cars to hold up Denny Hamlin as best they can. If they can hold the bottom and keep Hamlin back, then we will be okay, but Hamlin gets around. Looking back, then it looks like they're double file, and from fourth on back, they look to be fighting hard with those lap cars. So Denny Hamlin breaks free with us, and you can see the importance of track position as we start to gap. But Hamlin on fresh rubber, he'll be able to arc that bottom a lot better than us. Our tires will have to come back up into temperature with a cycle on them, and they're not going to be as good as fresh tires. But maybe we can hold them off and stay on the bottom, and we are free and clear behind, that is for sure. So track position was all the matter. We didn't want to be in that hornet's nest if we took 4 and they took 2, for example, and we would be in the middle of all that crap and not making up any ground. We are pacing the field now. Should be only a few laps, and we'll be back on the rear bumpers of those lap traffic as we've passed just halfway. So still about 20 laps to go. Although they're going to tick by very quickly, it looks like a good top 3 for us thus far, if we can keep everything together. No one in the mirror but Hamlin, and he seems to be dropping back. Don't know if he used up his tires trying to pass us, or if we're just that fast on the short run. But we'll need to gap as much as we can, because if we're fighting those lap cars, we'll drop back to Hamlin, or he'll come back up to us. So it looks like Suarez will be the first, and he had damage, was able to continue, however. But he will definitely be a slower car on the track for us. But luckily he's by himself, so we should be able to navigate around him fairly quickly. Oh, and yellow flag out again, and there is the 0-0 of Quinn Houff down to the bottom, so we will re-rack them one more time, and our bed is made. Definitely not pitting now. Racing almost 4 wide into the corner, into Matt DiBenedetto a bit. Get hooked by Tyler Reddick, and we see that at Bristol time and time again. Although Quinn could have thought better of it or protect that bottom, Tyler Reddick really aggressive in the 14 into the 21, and that was just the hook that sent him around. There'll be 13 laps to go, and we take the green, so lap cars are back on the bottom once again. Same strategy as last time. Hopefully Brandon can get a little bit better start, and he does. Doesn't spin the tires. He's down and away and down to the bottom. We need to make sure we stay on the outside of that 0-0 so he chokes up and we get that launch on the outside, and he's still there fighting on the bottom. I mean, more power to him, but there we go. Now we're clear. Denny Hamlin still up top trying to fight around. Brandon really arcing or really driving hard into turn 1 and 2, that is for sure. And the 0-0 is doing a bang-up job holding up the line. So more of that, please, as we get close to 10 laps to go. If the yellow were to come out again, we'd be single file up and starting maybe with some lap cars as a cushion. Although it's just one. Back to Denny Hamlin. I'm sure he will make short work of the 0-0 sooner or later, and he's looking to the inside, trying to put his nose right under him. And right now the 0-0 being very annoying, but looks like the bottom has opened up for Denny, and Denny should be able to go through as we are fighting to keep the car under us really loose. Brandon might be facing the same issue. It looked like he was unstable in the middle of the corner as well, but we have gapped in the mirror. Hamlin just now clear, so maybe free sailing from now until the checker flag. Let's see if we've done a better job of keeping our tires under us. And a good run off of 2. And another yellow comes out, so it may be a green-white checker finish. And Joey Logano involved again. Up on the high line, Chase Briscoe already with damage. Tyler Reddick goes to the bottom, but Brad Keselowski puts the door to him. The 14 slides up, and here comes Logano with nowhere to go. That's going to be terminal and clogging up the track. And indeed, setting up for that green-white checker finish right behind Brandon. I really wanted it to stay green. The tires were starting to come in, and I don't think I'm good on these recycled tires, but we'll see what happens here as the green flag is out. Good run into Brandon's rear bumper just a bit. Let's keep the pressure on. Look to the inside if we can. Brandon with a good run. Car really loose, and we lost it up the corner. Hard into the wall. Let's keep it under us here. That's going to be the yellow flag and end the race. We went for it. That is for sure. We tried everything we could, just could not get the power down. So let's see where everyone comes across the line to finish. Looking to the inside, and yeah, we were really loose, but that little bump upset us and hard to the inside wall for us. Completely lost it on our own going for it. So coming across the line, checkered flag is out. Brandon with the win. Ryan Blaney in second. Third place, Denny Hamlin. Fourth place, Chase Elliott. Fifth place, William Byron. Sixth place, Martin Truex Jr. Seventh place, Alex Bowman. Eighth place was Kurt Busch. Ninth place is Eric Almirola. And rounding out your top 10 is Ryan Newman. Let's take a look at your other Chase drivers here. Kyle Larson finishes in 14th. Austin Dillon finishes in 16th. Brad Keselowski in 17th. Kyle Busch in 19th. Matt DiBenedetto in 20th. We come across the line in 26th. And Joey Logano will end his race in 34th. So after Bristol, your cutoff driver was Matt DiBenedetto, 5 to the good over Martin Truex Jr. and Harvick, 7 to the good over Logano, 17 over Larson. Logano could have made it if he just put a race together. And after the reset, Brad Keselowski is your new cutoff driver, 1 to the good over Byron, Bowman, Dillon, and DiBenedetto. Brandon, 79 points clear. We're 64, so sitting pretty ready for race 1 of the next round. So I hope you will tune in then, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Las Vegas. Take care.